Just a quick couple of updates before we have our public assembly on Saturday here in Castlebar. We've heard of a few more places that are being converted into temporary accommodation, and I just want to mention a few of those now. The halfway house was one of them. Now, we've heard now since that there may be some issues there and it may not be going ahead, so we don't know 100% at the moment. Ross Money, Barley Hill out the Newport Road. There's 15 new people coming to Foxford just this week. The community centre in Key, Westport, another place, as well as we've heard Ballycastle and Killala this week as well. So that's all just new people that we've heard about this week coming to Mayo. As well as that, we're down here at the commercial units at the Castlebar Business Retail Park, where we know that the owners of Brafey House have bought, and we're planning to put 270 international applicants in here. It was just reported in the local regional press this week, 2 weeks after we initially confirmed that. But there was a little bit of confusion last week. The crowd who we thought were doing the work here, we were given wrong information, so we clarified that. We found out who was doing the work here. Then this construction company got in touch with us, telling us that they were only the subcontractor and they weren't even aware fully of what work was going on here, what was being done. We know now that the main contractor is called Primbrook Limited, which I believe is also owned by some of the owners of Brafey House. And some other news as well, some positive news on this, is that when this subcontractor found out what was going on here, they've decided to pull out of the job. So they're gone now. So that's very positive. It just shows that maybe with a little bit of pressure, and when people are made aware of what they're actually involved in, they're not interested in working on these sorts of projects. So just wanted to mention those few things, and just to tell everybody again, we have our public assembly this Saturday at 4 o'clock, Market Square in Castlebar. Now, our friends from People Before Profit have put up some online posts over the last couple of days, again calling the likes of myself and people who share my views knuckle draggers, racist, far right, all these sorts of things, bringing hate to the community. Now, that's anything but the case. I mean, what we're trying to put on here is an open public discussion, which hasn't been had yet. I mean, Brafey Community Council said 4 months ago now they were going to put on something. It hasn't happened. We know that the local county councillors don't have a clue what's going on here. Same with the TDs. Actually, just on the councillors, Donna Sheridan was on Midwest Radio, and she was just making the point again that the councillors don't know what's going on. It's Tom Gilligan that seems to be running the show. It seems to be a direct line of communication between Director of Services and Head of Housing, Tom Gilligan, and Roderick O'Gorman's department. So Donna has actually put forward a motion that in Tom Gilligan's monthly updates to the council, that it has to be included how many new people are arriving and where they're all going, because previously they actually had to go and request that information separately. You know, it wasn't part of his monthly report. So more and more councillors now are beginning to speak out about what's going on, the lack of communication with themselves and also with the wider community. So what we're putting on Saturday is just for the public to come and have their say. It's an open public assembly where people can come along, everybody can have their say, and it's open to everybody, including and maybe especially to the likes of Joe Daly and People Before Profit. We really want these people to come down and to address the crowd. We tried to engage with them on numerous occasions, online and in Market Square here in Castlebar a couple of weeks ago when they had a demonstration, but they were unwilling or unable. They weren't engaging for whatever reason, we don't know. So this is very much the opposite of that. It's for everybody to come on down, have a chat, say what you feel, and maybe listen to what everyone else has to say as well. So I'll encourage people again, come down here on Saturday, Market Square, 4 o'clock, and again, get on to your local TDs and councillors and senators and put pressure on them to come down and listen to what the people have to say.